Thank you. Congratulations, Mr. Chairman. Would you replace the flag and come down and join us? Would the Marine Corps League members, Patriot, Detachment, the Veterans Advisory Commission members, Peter Chong, Nick Diasio, Wendi Thomas, and any veterans in the room that would like to please join me on the floor. Tonight we have two flag ceremonies, a welcome home flag exchange and a deployment flag placement. With the wife and children of Army Major Jon Pavlovcak, Karen, Kate, and Jack, and the friends of Seaman Robert Hayes, Tracy, and Jeff McKinnon, please come up here also and join us. As many of you know, this all began 17 years ago on April 23rd, 2003, when the Board of Supervisors introduced our Northampton Patriots flag program to honor our Northampton residents serving in Operation Iraqi Freedom. Back then, we knew of 24 such residents, and as of today, due to the expansion of the program to include Afghanistan and other hostile areas, we know of 91. Behind the dais is a flag display holding both military and American flags, 91 of them. At one time, all were military flags, each representing the branch of service and identifying the resident with a yellow streamer with his or her name affixed to it. As each one returns home, and so far 89 have, we return his or her military flag and replace it with an American flag. After tonight, there will be 92 total flags, with 2 of them an armed services flag that will be awaiting return to its representatives, and they will be 2 Army flags. First, we will welcome home Coast Guard Seaman Robert Hayes, who returned from his deployment to Bahrain in the Persian Gulf. He deployed there in November 2018 and returned stateside November 30th, 2019. He now resides with his family, who moved from Churchville to Syracuse, New York several months ago, and cannot be here personally to retrieve his Coast Guard flag and replace it in the display with his U.S. flag. So Robert and the Hayes family have made arrangements with their good friends Jeff McKinnon and to retrieve his Coast Guard flag, which Chairman Selsker is holding, and took it out of display a few moments ago after replacing it with Robert's U.S. flag. Adam, would you please do the honor and present the flag?
Just a couple words. First of all, welcome home, Bobby. If he's listening here, we're happy that you're home safe and sound. I happen to also know the Hayes family. They did recently move, as Mr. Palestine pointed out. But we want to thank the Hayes family for allowing Bobby to serve our country. They gave as much support to him as he's given to his job, and we're very proud of the work that he does. So on behalf of all the Northampton Township residents, thank you very much, Bobby.
We also have special guests for commendations: Congressman Brian Fitzpatrick's Veterans Advisory Advocate Peter Chong, State Senator Thomas and staffer Nick Diasio, and our State Representative Wendi Thomas. How do we do those presentations now? Peter, you want to go first?
This flag flown with Capital on behalf of Robert. It's a small token, but we thank him for so.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it very much, as do all those and his friends do as well. Thank you.
Nick Diasio for Senator Tomlinson.
Good evening. Thank you for being here. Senator Tomlinson had a small citation prepared for Seaman Hayes. So on behalf of Senator Tomlinson and the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania State Senate, we thank the Seaman for his service and welcome home.
Thank you.
good friend of the family, Wendi Thomas, our state rep.
Yes, please pass on to Bobby and his family that we miss them here in Churchville. And thank you for your service, Pennsylvania state flag, in dedication of his service. And we will have a state accommodation, didn't quite get it in time, but we'll be mailing that out to him. And I also, while I have the mic, want to thank Peter. He is the one who organizes this. This is a very unique tradition. I talked to the other 200 reps in the state of Pennsylvania. Nobody else goes home to a ceremony like we have here. So thank Bobby for his service and thank Peter for arranging the ceremony.
Now, Jeff and Tracy, I understand you have a few words that you want to tell us about that was given to you by the family and from Bobby.
I'm loud enough, I don't need that.
No, you have to be here too. I'll hold it for you.
Okay. This is a letter of commendation from C.C. Potter, Bobby's captain, U.S. Coast Guard. I note with pride and am pleased to commend you for your performance of duty while serving aboard USCGC Aquidneck. Sorry, I knew that one's going to trip that. Patrol Forces Southwest Asia in support of Operation Inherent Resolve from November 2018 to November 2019. Displaying incredible initiative and a spirit de corps, you certified as Quartermaster of the Watch, a qualification typically expected of a petty officer, which allowed flexibility and a more robust watch rotation for the rest of the crew. As a gunner and loader during general quarters, you acted with courage and maturity beyond your pay grade during 7 tense interactions with the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps Navy and contributed to the safe de-escalation of each interaction. You displayed unique responsibility by taking ownership of the deck department while the department head was on leave, serving as continuity and integrating 3 new members into foreign environment while overseeing the department's work list. During the cutter's dry dock availability, you volunteered to stand additional anti-terrorism force protection watch whenever needed to allow your shipmates to take leave or attend required training. Following the dry dock, you prepped and painted 50% of common areas, enhancing the ship's interior and habitability. Point 2, you are commended for your outstanding performance of duty. By your meritorious service, you have upheld the highest traditions of the United States Coast Guard. Point 3, you are hereby authorized to wear the Commandant's Letter of Commendation ribbon bar. The operational distinguishing device is authorized. And that's from the Commandant C.C. Potter, Captain U.S. Coast Guard, Commodore, Patrol Forces, Southwest Asia. Thank you.
Tracy, you have words from the family and from Bobby?
Yes. Bobby and the Hayes family extend our sincere apologies that we are not able to attend the meeting tonight in person. The flag exchange is a wonderful tradition in Northampton Township. We were deeply honored at the flag placing ceremony recognizing Bobby's service time in the Coast Guard while stationed in Bahrain, and have looked forward to the day that we could exchange his flag for the American flag, noting his safe return to continue his service in the United States. Bobby walked through the kitchen door, surprising us at Sunday family dinner on December 1st, 2019. To say that we were happy to see him would be an understatement. He received a letter of commendation from his commanding officer on the USS Aquidneck, enumerating his many accomplishments during his tour of duty there. If you know Bobby at all, it will not surprise you that his family and friends were completely unaware of these, mainly because he didn't want to add to our worry for his safety with details of what he was doing while serving in a hostile area. Although we no longer reside in Northampton Township, we did call it home for the last 22 years. It is a wonderful place to live and raise a family. Again, our sincere thanks to Pete Palestina, the Township Supervisors, and all present for this ceremony, for recognizing and honoring our son and all those who serve our country in the military branches. We are most grateful for your support, our continued thoughts and prayers for our military and their families for their service and sacrifice. Thank you.
And now for our second ceremony, a flag placement for Army Major Jon Pavlovcak. John recently deployed to Guantanamo Bay back on September 19th. His wife Karen, daughter Kate, and son Jack will be placing John's personalized Army flag in the display where it will stay until he returns from his deployment to exchange it. So at this time, Chairman Selisker will give you guys John's flag and will escort you to the display for the placement of it. Peter, Nick, or Wendi, do you want to say anything?
So when most of us veterans, when we deploy, we don't deploy because of what's in front of us, we deploy because of what's behind us. So just like how you guys are behind John, we here in the township, in the district, we are supporting you all the way. So if you need anything, don't hesitate to reach out to myself, to Senator Tomlinson's office, or Representative Thompson.
We'll be thinking of.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, Karen, would you like to say a few words about John?
Thank you, Mr. Palestina. This is really touching. We can't wait till John's home and we can be on that side of it. And we thank everyone for their support and for the supervisors and for everyone that came out tonight. This is really, really special. Thank you.
Okay. Adam, any final words before I close it?
Sure, just, first of all, I mean, this is a really great tradition, and you should know that you have a whole community behind you while he's gone. So as proud of, as we are of him for doing what he does, we're proud of the family for what you do, because you make a lot of sacrifices as well. So you have all of us here. If you need us, please let us know. One final word I would just say is, the world events are changing right now, and there's a possibility of more military folks deploying. And so if anybody knows anyone that is deploying, a Northampton Township resident, they should be here. This is a great tradition. If they get deployed to an area of imminent danger, they can go on the Township website. I believe there's an application. If they can't do that, they can contact the Township Administration, and we'll make arrangements to do a flag ceremony for them. It is open to all residents. So, thank you. Thank you, Pete.
Thanks, Adam. We also have forms in the lobby in the rack there if you'd like to take one. I'd like to thank everyone who came out to honor two of our Northampton Patriots. As has been documented so often nowadays, those that serve our country in the military are at risk whether they're on U.S. soil or foreign soil, as evidenced by what took place last week in Baghdad with our embassy and at the airport. Their lives are put on the line each and every day. Northampton and our country are proud of what our military are doing for the freedoms we enjoy here at home. We always mention at these ceremonies that two of our patriots did not make it home safe and sound. And of course there were Army PFC Bobby Dembowski Jr. and Army Master Sergeant Ken Elwell. Their American flags are in that display front and center with black streamers containing their names. We'll never forget Bobby and Ken and the service they gave while paying the ultimate price. Bobby Dembowski 13 years ago on May 24th, 2007, and Ken Elwell almost 9 years ago on July 17, 2011. I believe some of the family members are here, Sue, Ken's sister, Thanks for being here. So Jeff, please give our regards to Bobby. Thank him again for his service. And to Karen, Kate, and Jack. John is one of our 2 Northampton residents in harm's way, as represented by the flag you just placed. We thank you for John's service and hope to see him in the near future for a welcome home and replacing his flag with the U.S. flag. God bless him and all our troops in harm's way and keep them safe. I would like to thank the Board of Supervisors for allowing us to have these presentations on the same night that they're having their reorganization meeting. It's not the normal operating procedure, but it just goes to show how Northampton goes the extra mile when it comes to honoring our military residents. Thank you, and thanks to everyone for coming tonight and being a part of this wonderful ceremony. And Happy New Year, everyone.